Bachelor Nation fans roast Nick Viall for Joan Vassos interview. November 4, 2024. Hello, Bachelor Nation news fans. Welcome back to the channel. Bachelor Nation fans have a love-hate relationship with Nick Viall. His Bachelor season was one of the most popular, but the reality star has fallen out of favor with some viewers over the years. One listener of his podcast absolutely roasted Nick for his interview with Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos. Keep reading to find out why. From reality TV star to podcast host, Nick Viall's journey through Bachelor Nation looking for love was a long one. He struck out on The Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise, and his own season of The Bachelor. He eventually found his match on social media when Natalie Joy slid into his DMs. The couple married earlier this year after welcoming their first child together. Nick Viall still stars on reality TV. He was a contestant on Season 2 of Fox's Special Forces and competed on Season 24 of Dancing with the Stars. He was spotted cheering Joey Graziadei on in the DWTS studio audience last month. Nick was one of the first Bachelor Nation alums to get in on the podcast craze. He launched the Viall Files in 2019. Nick Viall's podcast is a huge success. It has over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. He's nabbed several in-demand interviews, including Gypsy Rose's first interview after she was released from prison. Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos joined the podcast last month to dish on her season of the ABC dating show. She seemed to hint at who her winner was. One annoyed listener left a salty review of the podcast episode. They wrote, "When interviewing Joan Vassos, Nick treated her like she was a million years old when in fact, he's closer in age to her than his wife. Ironic." Nick Viall is 44. His wife, Natalie, is 25. Joan is 61, so the comment isn't wrong. Bachelor Nation fans took to the Reddit comment section to bask in the roast. "I almost just spit out my coffee. Bahahaha, great call out. That's a murder, lol. Slaughtered him, cooked. Nick Viall, self-aware he is not. Your Honor, he's dead. I don't know how young his mother-in-law is, but she looks most certainly closer in age to him than his wife." Savage, iconic review. Listen to Nick's interview with Joan below, and let us know in the comments if you think he treated her like she was a lot older than he is. Today, we're diving into a spicy story that has Bachelor Nation buzzing. Nick Viall, one of the franchise's most notorious and polarizing alums, recently interviewed the Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vassos on the Viall Files, and let's just say, fans had a lot to say about it. Nick's no stranger to controversy, but this time, one listener's roast set Reddit ablaze. Let's break down what went wrong in this memorable interview. Nick Viall has had one of the longest, winding journeys through Bachelor Nation. His first attempt at finding love came on The Bachelorette, where he narrowly missed out on a happily ever after. Not one to back down, Nick made repeat appearances on the franchise, including Bachelor in Paradise and his own season of The Bachelor. Eventually, Nick did find his match, but not on reality TV. It turns out true love was just a DM away. His now wife, Natalie Joy, reached out on social media, sparking a romance that led to marriage and, just earlier this year, their first child. These days, Nick's life still includes reality TV. He recently took on physical and mental challenges on Special Forces and showed off his dance moves on Dancing with the Stars. And true to his supportive nature, he was seen in the DWTS audience cheering on the Bachelor alum Joey Graziadei last month. But despite his busy schedule, Nick has built a solid brand for himself in the podcasting world. The Viall Files, launched in 2019, has become one of the top Bachelor Nation podcasts, boasting over 200,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. From exclusive interviews to hot takes on the latest episodes, it's become a go-to for many fans. Nick has interviewed countless notable figures on the Viall Files, But his recent chat with Golden Bachelorette Joan Vassos didn't go as smoothly as fans would have hoped. Joan, the charming and poised 61-year-old bachelorette, joined Nick to discuss her experiences on the senior-focused dating show. Her season had been packed with romance, laughs, and, of course, plenty of drama. But during the interview, something about Nick's tone rubbed fans the wrong way. When it came to discussing Joan's age, Nick's approach seemed more patronizing than respectful. Fans noted how he treated Joan as though she were significantly older, even though, as one listener pointed out, he's closer in age to Joan than his much younger wife, Natalie. Nick, who is 44, might not have intended any harm, but the tone of the interview struck some listeners as condescending. The tipping point came when one listener decided to leave a scathing review. They wrote, "When interviewing Joan Vassos, Nick treated her like she was a million years old, when in fact, he's closer in age to her than his wife. Ironic." This comment quickly caught fire on Reddit, with Bachelor Nation fans pouring in to agree and roast Nick even further. Bachelor Nation fans are rarely shy when it comes to voicing their opinions. Reddit quickly turned into a roast fest as users reacted to the critical comment, with everything from lighthearted jabs to outright digs at Nick's lack of self-awareness. Some of the top comments included, "Viall begins." For those unfamiliar, Joan has been one of the most admired Golden Bachelorette stars, known for her grace, empathy, and clear-eyed approach to finding love later in life. Her genuine personality struck a chord with fans who appreciated the fresh energy she brought to the series. Given the stakes, fans were already invested in the interview, but the age-related criticism of Nick's style ended up dominating the conversation. It's clear that the Viall Files is here to stay, as Nick continues to draw in big-name guests and listeners alike. However, this recent controversy could prompt a change in his approach, or at the very least, a reevaluation of how he connects with guests across generational lines. For some fans, Nick's attitude with Joan was simply a blip on the radar, but for others, it felt like a reminder of the complicated legacy he's built in Bachelor Nation. In the meantime, fans are still discussing the interview, sharing clips, and dissecting every moment. Nick's divisive presence in Bachelor Nation may be what keeps listeners coming back, whether they love him, hate him, or just can't look away. No matter what side of the Nick Viall debate you're on, there's no denying that he's an integral part of Bachelor Nation history. His interview with Joan Vassos may not have gone over smoothly with some listeners, but it's a reminder of the strong opinions Nick has always inspired. As the Golden Bachelorette continues to unfold, fans will surely keep an eye on how he handles future interviews with contestants like Joan. So, what do you think, Bachelor Nation news fans? Did Nick treat Joan fairly, or do you agree with the Reddit critics who felt he crossed the line? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more Bachelor Nation drama and updates.